Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Making a Village Functional. Last episode, we kicked off the series with the blacksmith. Probably the most important building, I think, of any village. It's the place that you always beeline to whenever you see one off in the distance. It's like, does it have a blacksmith? Does it have a blacksmith? And you just grab what you need and then you go out. We ended up making it into an actual working blacksmith with some actual functionality to it, using some hoppers. If you want to go and see what I've done with that, if you missed the episode, then go and check it out. There'll be a playlist for the series and you can come build along with me. Today we're going to be working on an enchantment room. Now, I'm not going to be using the building that already has bookshelves inside of it. If you're in survival, sure, use the bookshelves and recycle them, grab the books out of them, or if you have a silk touch pick, then you get to shortcut the process even more. But the reason why I'm not using the library, I think this building is called the library in the game files, but the reason why we're not using the library is because inside the interior only has 4 blocks of width, which isn't a great number as far as enchanting is concerned. We don't have the room required to have the enchantment table with the bookshelves around it. So we're going to be using the T-shaped buildings instead. I don't know what the proper names are. I'm just calling it the T-shaped building. Now I've got 2 facing each other here. They're a little bit close, so I'm going to leave those ones. And I have one over here that's a little bit more out of the way. I don't feel so claustrophobic when I'm working around it. And inside this one, we have 5 blocks in width, which is obviously absolutely perfect for an enchantment table. So that's what we're going to start off with. We're going to grab our enchantment table. We're going to do the interior first on this building and then finish off with the exterior. I've got a hiccup. And we like hidden lighting on this series. We don't like torches. Torches are boring. They look dull. They look good, okay on the outside of buildings, but they certainly don't look any good inside. We're going to use hidden lighting. You can use torches if you're early on in your survival world, but if you've been going for a little while and you have access to glowstone, I recommend using glowstone. But if you don't have it, you can just put a torch down here and place your enchantment table on top of the torch. It hides the torch up 100%. You can't see like through a little gap or anything like that, and it makes the room have hidden lighting. As you can see, there's a glow around here and it looks so much better than a torch just sitting on the wall. If you don't want to use torch, then you can use glowstone. It works the same way. Now, you could be boring here and just place down your bookshelves around like this. Now, it's really strange, the minimum amount of bookshelves that you need. If I grab a sword here, I can show you. If I place a sword in here, this is 22 is the maximum level that we can get out of this many bookshelves. And if I put 3 up here, we get 28. In order to get 30, you need to have an extra one on the side, which is really annoying. You can't place it up here. That's too far out of the range. That just goes to 28. You need it here, or there, or there. It's just, there's no... I mean, that's probably like the most even way that you could do it, to have the minimum amount of bookshelves, but it looks so odd, doesn't it? We're not boring though. We're not going to have the bookshelves like this. We're going to be using some pistons, just a little bit of redstone here, nothing too crazy. And if you don't have the redstone or sticky pistons as early on in your survival world yet, then you don't have to. You can just wait a little while. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to place down some sticky pistons, or make some holes at least, around here. And we're going to be digging down. I don't need that one. That's a mistake. I can place wood there. We're going to have sticky pistons 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can make this a lot more customizable than what I have here. But I'm just trying to keep the redstone to a minimum, but while also adding a little bit of an interesting setup. Something a little bit cleverer than just bookshelves. We're going to place the redstone down here, just 3 pieces on either side. You're going to grab your lever to go here and here. Now, this lever controls those pistons, this lever controls these pistons. It's just going to allow you to balance out your levels. If you wanted to have a certain leveled enchantment, it's going to be a little bit easier. So we're going to place these down here. These corner ones, I'm pretty sure, do affect the level. 16 is the maximum. And if I put these in, we go to 20. Yeah, corner ones do matter. It's always been a myth to people if they matter or not. And then to get, obviously, the maximum, I'm going to put bookshelves. I think like that. That'll get me the maximum. Yeah, I might as well put one in the middle as well. Why not? Okay, so now If I want level 30, I have all the bookshelves up. That gives me 30, 17, and 5. Does it give me that every single time? I never really know exactly how this works. 11, 17, and 5. Pick it up again. Dirt. Level, yeah, 7, 16, and 5. Okay, so if I drop one of these down, we now get 24, 12, and 8. And if I drop these ones down, we get 16, 9, and 5. So you get a different range of enchantment levels depending on what you're exactly looking for. Now to hide this redstone up, super simple. We just use some carpet. Carpet will sit nicely on top of redstone. I like red. It looks very fancy for an enchantment room. We just place it down there. You can still stand on top of it. You're not going to fall through to the redstone. And it just looks pretty smart. Even when you drop down, the floor looks nice and flush. You can't see any pistons. You can't see any redstone. And it looks pretty neat. So there's the functionality of our enchantment room. What else would you need on the inside of an enchantment room? Well, you're going to need some chests. You're going to need some storage for... Well, yeah, we'll grab one of those too. You're going to need some storage for your books that you're going to enchant. So we're going to place down a chest here. And we're going to have just normal books. Just normal books in here. Shum, 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 shum. You'd fill those up with books. You'd have tons of them, wouldn't you, in there? And then you're going to need a chest. I can't place them there. I could use trap chests if you wanted to place them next to each other. Trap chests like this, and in this one I would probably end up putting armor that I want to enchant. Obviously you're not putting already enchanted books in here. We've got the already enchanted books, and we move the mover into the blacksmith ready to be combined with something on an anvil. There's no point having enchanted books in the enchantment area, because what else you can't combine them with anything. But what we can do in here is have armor that you want to have enchanted, and swords and weapons and bows. So we'll just grab some different stuff here like this. Oops, I grabbed too many of those. Like that. What else can be enchanted? Can shields be enchanted? That'd be cool. If you could enchant a shield with like anti-knockback, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? And I like to always set these out neatly. There we go, and the sword there. So there's our stuff that we want to have enchanted once we've got enough levels. Anything else that we would need in an enchantment room? I can't really think of anything. If you guys can think of something, then let me know in the comment section below. Oh, crafting table. I always have crafting tables everywhere. I have as many crafting tables in spots as I can in my bases, because you never know when you just need to craft something. Like, I need another book, and you've got the ingredients in your inventory to make a book. I need a crafting table, and then you end up wandering to another place in order to get it. If you've just got a crafting table everywhere, it makes things so much easier. They're cheap to make. You can't really get any cheaper than 4 planks, can you? So just place them in the ground. They look nice and neat there. Furnaces we don't need. Anvils we don't want. We've got an anvil place already set up. And apart from that, on the inside here, I don't think there's really anything more that we're going to need to add function to our area, is there? We don't enchant name tags. Oh yeah, you'd have pickaxes and stuff in here, by the way, as well, wouldn't you? Obviously, and normal axes. Okay, brewing obviously will be on a later date. No, I think that's it as far as functionality on the interior is concerned. We're still looking a little bit dark, though. I'm going to do the same carpet design throughout my buildings here, using black and grey. I think it's just a combination that just works in these buildings, using these colours. And I'm going to put down glowstone here and glowstone here, and I'm going to place the black wool on top of the glowstone and then the grey wool between. It fills up so much floor space doing a carpet. It makes the room look a lot more complete without actually any effort. And then I want a ceiling. I don't like this window here. I never have. I like to remove these windows, and for the moment we haven't done the outside yet. I'm just going to replace them with logs, and then I'm going to grab the same slabs that we used for the ceiling in the blacksmith, which are these smooth stone ones, and I'm going to place these along here. Like so. You don't need to worry, or you do need to worry about mobs spawning up here. You're going to need some torches or something like that, because this is 2 blocks. Can mobs spawn on upside down half slabs? I think so. I think they can. So yeah, you'll have to light up here, otherwise you're going to end up with some unwanted visitors, or unwanted noises at least, above you. Makes it look a little bit more homey. just improves the look of the interior here. Now that we've got the interior, we need to dress up the exterior. It looks a little bit dull, a little bit too vanilla. And there's some simple changes that we're going to do. I'm going to keep for this building the same roof block using oak wood, but you can easily change this up to dark oak or spruce if you think that that would suit better. And step number 1 is to go around all of the edges and just add another stair to them. There, there, there. Here, 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 and here. And then we're going to go here as well. The reason why I'm going here is if you look at it, by vanilla, it actually ends up being lower on this side. I prefer to have them going down to the same height, but then it looks weird here. So then you just got to add another row like that. Then this side matches up to that side. Everything all matches up so nicely. Once you've added a block to all of the peaks, we're then going to add some upside down ones underneath to neaten up the look on all 3 sides. There. And here. And then we're going to grab slab to go over the top here. Just puts it there. And then we've got these full blocks. I don't know why the game puts full blocks in here. Maybe the way that these buildings spawn, it's hard or difficult to program them to have curved stairs instead of full blocks. But change those up to curved stairs instead of the full blocks. The full blocks look really weird, don't they? It must be that when a village spawns, they can't have like turned stairs. They don't spawn properly. So yeah, change those up. It just neatens it up 100%. And already we've made the building look a lot more interesting, or just a lot more, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing. It looks better than having the flat edges like they are on all the other buildings, isn't it? But we've still got this cobblestone and oak combination. Now, you're more than welcome to keep this. If you like that combination, then keep it. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to change it up this episode and make the walls a little bit different to what they are currently. On the blacksmith last episode, we kept the same color palette with cobblestone and oak, but we just changed full blocks into some stairs to make it look a little bit more interesting. If you don't like this, then don't worry. You don't have to do it. You can just leave it. What we're going to do is we're going to be grabbing some spruce wood logs, and we're going to be grabbing some wool. And we're going to do this in more of a... Put it in my inventory. In more of a... Tudor style building. Each episode I'm going to be doing a slightly different building style for each building, so my village is going to end up looking really weird because we're going to have vanilla blocks, or vanilla looking buildings, we're going to have Tudor looking buildings, we're going to have clay buildings, but I'm just trying to give you guys as many different options as possible, and hopefully I'll hit something that you guys like for one of the episodes. Oh yeah, but I am going to go around with stone bricks though as a foundation first. So around the side, you're just going to swap out all of these for stone bricks. Hey pig, if you don't mind, I'm trying to place down stone bricks. So I have these around here. These are easy to craft as well. Nothing is too difficult on this series. I'm trying to keep things available for anybody to do at pretty much any stage throughout their survival world. But there are some options that you can do if you're further through it and you just want to dress up a village. So at any corner, I'm swapping out the cobblestone and replacing them with spruce logs. And because it's a T-shaped building, there are quite a few. So I'll have it there. Okay, that's step number 1 with the stone foundation. That looks actually okay if you left it like that. What we're going to be doing now is wherever there's cobblestone and, well, basically anywhere where there's walls, we're going to be swapping them out to white wool. So we're going to be swapping this out. I think I might keep those as oak logs there, or you could change them up to wool. I'm going to keep oak logs there for the minute, and we'll just finish off this wall and see what we like. A lot of this is very... opinionated, so if you like something that I have done, then you can do it. If you don't like something that I've done, then just don't put it in. It's totally up to you. I think I like that, and then we're going to grab some trapdoors to go around either side of the window there. I think that looks really cool. So it's just a matter of doing this pretty much anywhere else. We're going to place wherever there's cobblestone or planks, you're going to swap out with white wool. Wherever there's these oak logs on either side of the window, you're just going to change to spruce logs. And above the window, I know there's going to be some blocks on the interior that we need to change. And then on either side of the window, place a trapdoor. On the back here, swap out all of these blocks for wool. It's not blast protected against creepers, but you sort of have to just weigh up your options here. Along this wall, because it's so blank and white, I don't want windows in because we know that there's bookshelves on the back side here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these 5, and I'm going to put spruce logs facing this way. It makes it look a little bit more adds a little bit more structure to the building. You could even go up here with them as well if you wanted to. I think I like that. Definitely adds a little bit more structure to it. I don't want it on that side though because of the windows. We'll end up with too much going on there. Alright, around this side we have a log. Whoops. Log, and log. And then everything else is all wool. We will just go through the interior as well because I know that there's going to be at least probably 4 or 5 blocks that we're going to have to change from wood to wool that we can't see or get to from the outside. That one, and that one. And then the front. Have that one. These ones. We've kept the same shape of the building. We've kept the same size of the building. And we've just changed up the colour palette and ended up with a house that looks totally different to what it would be in vanilla. If you came across this house just on a multiplayer server, you would think that someone built it from scratch, when it's actually just changing the blocks of a vanilla house, of a vanilla village house. For the door, we're going to be using the spruce door. We used the dark oak one on the blacksmith. We're going to be using the spruce one on this one. I think it looks a little bit more impressive, and I'm going to change that up to no, I'm going to be changing both of those up to cobblestone and stairs. I don't like the wooden stairs. I like that better. And then put down the door, which I got rid of. Thank you. Like so. No torches needed on the outside. We've got a lamppost right in front of the door here, and I don't like the look of torches on the side of buildings on the logs. It doesn't really work for me. Let's go on the inside here and just change up the last few sort of remaining blocks that we couldn't get to. You don't need that there if you don't want to. This would actually give you an extra block of space on the inside if you wanted to. But if you think it looks a little bit weird, then sure, just put 3 pieces of wool there. This one. And these ones. There we go. That doesn't change the outside at all, and it just neatens up the inside walls here. I think that looks really, really cool. It's nice and lit up on the inside. There's more room for you to add your own personal touches on the inside here, but we just have the basic chests of what we need. The basic enchantment table. You can add what you want. If you want more storage or you want a little table, sure, you know, you could do something like that. Flower pots in here. Oh, flower. Bink, bink. You know, dress it up how you like. Paintings, anything like that works. Especially in this sort of Tudor-y style building. I think it looks pretty cool. But yeah, it's totally up to you. I think that's about it. I suppose on these windows we could go with some grass if you've got silk touch. If not, you could do that and let the grass grow up to it first and then move that block away. But instead of having the flower pots on the floor like I done on the blacksmith, because the windows are a little bit higher, I'm going to do them up here. I'm going to add trapdoors around the side. Oh, that's a lot of trapdoors though, isn't it? It might work. It might work. Trapdoors and slabs, oak slabs, to match the trapdoors as much as possible. We're going to put the oak slabs underneath and the trapdoors around the side, and then you can get your flowers or some sort of decorative. I'm going to go with a fern and a sapling. The sapling shouldn't grow. Oops. Like that. And just like a little flower pot like up on the window there. I think it looks pretty cool even when you look out of the window. Yeah, just gives a little bit more detail. We can do the same on this window over here, or both of them, in fact. That one that one. Again, if you don't have silk touch, just place a piece of dirt here and the grass will grow up to it. Trapdoors. And slabs, which I got rid of again. I got them up here. Oh yeah, and ender chests. I like to have many ender chests around my bases as well. I know they're expensive and they're pretty much out of reach for a lot of people. Can I put a dead bush down? I don't know if I can. No, I can't. I know it's out of reach for a lot of people, at least at the beginning. So yeah, it's up to you really. But we're going to place down. Oop, I don't want two of the same. Those and an ender chest on the inside. I like to be able to access my ender chest from as many different places as possible. Fits in beautifully right there. Alright, and there we go. Here's our interior of our functional enchantment room with the ability to change up what enchantment levels we get with a flick of a couple of levers. I think it looks really neat. And from the outside, we've ended up with a completely different style of building. And sure, you could do this same style, if you like this style, on the blacksmith. Just be careful with the lava. Make sure you don't place the wool or wood around this part of the building. Keep the furnace part with cobblestone, but anywhere where there's the wood here, you can change up obviously to spruce down here, spruce down there, and spruce down there, and then put the wool in the middle. Do the same thing with either side of the window, put down the spruce logs, and you'd end up with a Tudor-ish style, vanilla Minecraft style blacksmith. I think it could look pretty cool if you've done a whole village like that in that style. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Next episode, we might be moving on to brewing, I think. We'll make a little brewing room out of one of the... It's going to be out of this building, in fact, because I've already built it. I know what I'm going to do with it. And we're not going to be doing Tudor style. We're not going to be doing vanilla block style. We're going to be using clay on the next one. Our village is going to look so weird and mismatched because of all the different styles that I'm doing, but hopefully one of them will stand out to you guys and you'll be able to use that style in all of your buildings in your functional village. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. Bye!